2016 Midwest Sour Wild Funk Fest from the Indianapolis City Market.
Taylor, and I love it. Hey, you guys.
We do. It's really good.
I already went in, and I'm going back in. How about we go surf?
Brewing. We're at the Indianapolis City Market for the 5th annual Midwest Sour, Wild, and Funk Fest. Could you guys have tried to fit more adjectives in the title of this festival?
I don't think so, but it's a great title. I think it really embraces everything that's happening here with the beers, and it's a fun festival and a lot of interesting styles of beer. So,
what's interesting about it? What makes it unique to other beer festivals?
The fact that we're focused on one style of beer, and a style of beer that is difficult to make. It's a labor of love for a lot of the breweries, and so it's a fun day to come out and celebrate beers that take a year and a half to make versus just something that is a regular production beer that takes 6 weeks to 2 months. So it's a fun day to come out and really get together and celebrate all the work that we do throughout the year.
So where does the wild and funk part come in?
That's the yeast is where you get a lot of the wild, funky flavors. So that's what the different part about sour beers are the yeast strains that you use, whether Brettanomyces, Lactobacillus, all of the hard words to say that just, nobody understands except for us. But
so sour, wild, and funk are much easier to understand.
Exactly, and it's more layman terms, and I think it just kind of makes more sense to people.
Bumped into Justin, and we call this the West Side. No, it's the West Coast beer.
West Coast to West Coast, yeah.
Can I call it the West Side beer?
It tastes like that.
Yeah, let me see. Here, you hold the mic. You interview me now.
And the answer is?
It's actually pretty damn good, man. Justin, that's good. Got a nice little sour hue to it.
Valencia orange zest.
Goes down pretty good.
This beer was brewed in collaboration with Cascade Brewing in Portland. We went out to their brewery, we sampled some of their barrels, selected one. They shipped it to us in Florida, came down, sampled our barrels, in which case they selected one, blended them together, aged on Valencia orange zest. That's why it's West Coast of Florida to the West Coast of the United States. So.
Or from our people on the West Side, you like to call it, if you know Ice Cube, the West Side beer. It's actually really good, man.
Thank you very much.
I'm not a heavy beer guy, but I actually like this. This is nice.
Thank you. It's 9%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the stronger ones we do.
The sours are fabulous. Upland is a great sour here, and then we got all these wonderful sours and wild ales here. It's a fabulous opportunity to come and drink some of the best beers in the country here.
And you are holding your umbrella. I've got mine up above my head right now. You're braving. Yeah, it is just a sprinkle. I'm a newbie to beer fest. That must be what it is. But what are you drinking right now?
Right now I'm drinking an Unami. They're out of Chicago. This is their number 4 sour. It's a peach. It is fabulous.
What draws you to the sour brand of beers?
Initially I was an IPA guy, and then the sours have kind of a funky taste, almost like a puke almost, but it's weird, but it's really good, and you become accustomed to drinking them. Can't stop drinking them once you get into them.
Do you think there's a collective characteristic of those that like sour beers?
Yeah, they're usually a little crazy.
What have you had so far?
We had the peach from Upland. Yeah. And the cherry. We were in line to get other ones, but our parking meter ran out, so we had to put money in our parking meter. But we're gonna go try the blood orange one right now.
I'm gonna follow you guys. Where's the peach one though?
It's at the Upland booth.
That's where I need to go.
Absolutely.
All right, Patrick, you're filling up my glass. Again, before I even start the interview, I'm already filling up my glass. So, Patrick, this is a lot lighter than one of the beers I just tasted. What am I to expect out of this glass?
This is the Upland Peach Lambic, so it's got the nice peach character you'd expect, fruit sweetness, but also a nice puckering, tart, sour character to the beer.
Say that word again, buckering?
Puckering.
Puckering, oh gosh. Yeah. Maybe I've already had too much beer. I can taste the peach.
Yep, so you get the fruit character, you get the wild funk from the wild yeast, and it's just a nice blend of fruit and sour beer.
Yeah, I mean, peach is the word for it. I know I'm trying to find more descriptors to describe it, but it's perfectly peach, and it doesn't hit you right in the throat. Like the other one kind of hit you like wine, like right in my throat. This one is just perfectly on my palate, and then it's gone.
Exactly, yeah, it's got a nice balance of the fruit of the beer, and we put whole peaches in every barrel, so it's got a nice real fruit authentic character to it.
You can definitely taste the authenticity, the whole peaches for sure. What do you like most about sour beers, Patrick?
Sour beers, they're just so unique in their own way. It's everyone has their idea of what beer is, but sour beer kind of pushes those limits. It's a very traditional style of beer, but it's also just coming back into the mainstream. So it's really exciting to be a part of that.
And if you wanted to brew your own batch of sour beer, is there something you need to kind of keep in mind before you go into it?
If you're brewing your own sour beer, my advice would just be keep it separate from your non-sour beer. So if you're brewing both styles, the sour beer can, everything you want in a sour beer, you don't want in a non-sour beer. So just keep everything separate and you'll be good to go.
All right, I'm convinced my director's trying to get me liquored up because, again, I pour my drink before I even start talking to these people. But I do know, Danny, from Three Floyds, you guys have a lot of sampling here. I have Skull in my hand. Skullo?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you have something stuck in the back of your throat. Skullo.
Oh, and I expect maybe it tastes like I'm going to have something stuck in the back of my throat. That sour just hits you right at the top of your throat. I really like this.
Thank you.
And you said, is this one of the more intense ones that you brought today?
This is one of the more intense beers that we make as far as sour. The first batch is actually much more sour than the current one that you're drinking. The original thought behind this beer specifically was we wanted to make the most sour American sour that has ever been made.
The most sour American sour that was ever made. Where's Guinness on this? Guinness Book of World Records, not the beer.
I mean, it's the same thing.
And you also have what I like, Icelandic Pants of the Dead. Now, I'm a little afraid where the name came from, but I would expect nothing less from Three Floyds.
Right, you probably don't want to know where the name came from. I don't think I can say that in a public setting.
Well, Mike, I think I've had enough beer today. Your glass is empty. Wah wah.
Taylor, I'm done. I had way too much beer.
Well, it is time to call it a day on the 2016 Midwest Sour, Wild, and Funk Fest. I'm tired of saying that many adjectives.
Me too.
But the beer was good.
Hey, you guys, you've been served.